until we are more certain, based on the meteorological projections, we wouldn't tell you not to go home. But as soon as we have any confirmation that you being at work will be dangerous to you, we will put out a notice and we'll ensure that you can get home or at least have the facility to leave work as needed to be able to get home safely.
Okay. And I know that you said you have resources in place to at first issue at least 10,000 packages as necessary. And what's the plan for when those 10,000 run out real quick?
All right, very good. So we actually have already activated our credit lines. And we have relationships with supermarkets across the country. So if we have any resource issue, those supermarkets will facilitate us by providing all that is necessary so that the vulnerable and those persons who need our support get consistent support. So we're on top of it. We are the chairpersons, the leaders of the Humanitarian Assistance Committee. So this is what we do every day, because as Taladen says, not everyone can go shopping. And so we understand that there are persons who will need our help. There are some elderly who are alone. And so social workers have listings of persons who are very vulnerable. And we will be looking out for those persons who need the support the most.
Okay, not bad. Thank you, Minister, for that update. One final question. It's a burning question that everybody has. Will you be attending the christening of my birds?
You know, say you need to stop the foolishness, though. You know, so
you are their godfather. You are one of their godfathers.
In the supermarket to ask me about these birds. I don't know why so many people are watching this foolishness and they're not watching the news. I'm telling you. Somebody stopped me in the supermarket to ask me what is the name of the birds. I said, you want the bird?
But I do tell people that they say it seems like I give you trouble all the time, and yes, I do. I've been tormenting this man from.
You're the little sister that I didn't have, that I now have for life. All right,
yeah, let's go. Thank you. Thank you.
This is here. Yes. So Miss Carolus is here in all of her glory, and I want to invite her over. Yes, sit on my couch, Miss Carolus.
Hello.
Yes.
How are you? Hello. Hi.
I'm his co-host for tonight, and we'll be discussing issues relating to Flexi work. Hold on.
Listen.
Are you going to the baptism? You see this now, Abby? This Shad is saying, if you're going to the baptism, I'm telling you.
No, but the birds need Jesus for real. Alright, so Flexi Work Minister, I'm so passionate about this one. Oh my God. First things first, how close are we to actually fully implementing and maintaining Flexi Work? Please give me a good answer, please.
Why are you so interested in Flexi Work?
Various reasons. First of all, Minister, the whole of Jamaica live at Kingston. When work we start and work we over, the whole of Jamaica dip on the road one time. That's traffic.
1 second. Somebody says she have a sister living in Portland Cottage. Do I think they need to evacuate? No. I don't think they need to evacuate yet. I think we need to wait until we have the better projections and more accurate information as to what the actual formation will be. Is this going to be a lot of water? Is it going to be heavy rains? We don't know that fully yet. What we do know right now is it's heading for us and it's slow, which is an indication that even if the rain is light, it will be a lot, and therefore we will see some flooding. However, I would not tell anyone to evacuate until the assessment is done and a decision is made by the relevant authority, which is not the Ministry of Labour and Social Security. So we have to wait on that.
Okay.
All right, a lot of persons, let me just say this, all of you who are asking about farm work, there are no farm work interviews being done right now. So even if you go to offices and you're signed up, you're going to have to wait until my office, my ministry starts to call you. And that's not going to be happening just yet. We're waiting to arrange the dates for interviews, and that has not been confirmed yet. So you might be wondering, why am I not getting any calls? And I see other people leaving. Yes, there are 1 or 2 persons who might have gone through the process that are called to leave, but generally that's not just happening just yet. All right, so let's get back to flexi work. I'm going to hand over to Miss Corodas to answer your questions.
Yes. Miss Corodos, make we talk. Miss Tresso, because just like a lot of people, we've been wanting this, right? Because we waste a lot of time in traffic alone in the mornings and in the evenings. And yes, I know some people will take advantage of it and waste time, but how close are we to implementing flexi work and maintaining it? And when we implement it, how do we measure productivity to ensure that the people them there them yard for real and do the work for real?
First and foremost, flexible work arrangements is something that is here to stay. It is a change in the quote-unquote world of work. It is a change in the way that people want to work. Similar to you see where you can be very productive at a remote location. And flexible work arrangement offers just that. The culture shift is very important before we even start to discuss flexible work arrangements. People have to understand that flexible work arrangements is not just staying home and away from work. It is actual real work. And it requires discipline on the part of the worker. It requires the expectation of both the worker and the employer to be properly expressed. The employer must understand how to supervise in a flexible work environment as well. And a lot of times we find that employers are resistant. It's simply because they have not properly prepared themselves in terms of what it is required them to do as supervisors. Now, once we have dealt with the culture and understanding the expectations on both sides, then we go to the contract. Because in most situations, you will have workers who have already been employed, and if those people are to be transitioned over to a flexible work arrangement, then it has to be properly documented. The contract may have to be amended, and it should not be amended unilaterally. It has to be amended in consultation and communication and agreement between the parties, because a contract is offer and acceptance. And therefore, while we have a flexible work arrangements legislation, employment, flexible work arrangements, it is really speaking about a compressed work week. At the moment, most of the persons who are working remotely are now being called platform workers. And you have web-based platform work as well as location-based. So like the Uber drivers, InDrive and so. And we have a lot of couriers and so. So we're seeing lots of occupations now that are embracing the flexible work arrangements. But what we have to ensure is that there are key deliverables that these people have. So for flexible work arrangements to actually work, you have to have a very strong performance culture in terms of evaluating, assessing, and for persons to have discipline. So I say to persons that, a lot of people don't realize that when you work remotely, sometimes you work longer hours. And we also have to look at, yes, we do sometimes, and we also have to look at the hygiene, the work hygiene around that as well. Because you find that people are sitting much longer. They have to look at making sure that they are not sitting and having the blue light exposure for a very long time. They have to look at what are the requisite breaks that they should have. And also, we have to look at what is the lunchtime, how do you report absence from work. Those standards have to be predetermined before you begin flexible work arrangements. But I think we're ready.
So let me jump in and say this, Ali. Just to make it very clear, before the legislation came into place that affected flexi work, you had to work 40 hours for the week, right? 8 hours a day. Now, what it allows is for you to work beyond the 8 hours. You can work up to 12 hours. And that means that you can do your 40-hour week in less than than 4 days. Okay?
Oh, God.
And then anything after that will be overtime. It also means that you get more flexibility in being able to do what they call telecommuting and to have the remote work. And the goal of it is very simple. The reality is we want people to be more productive. If you look on the traffic that you see in the mornings, it's because everybody going to work the same time. And
Yes.
if we had some people going to work at 8 a.m., some going to work at 12 p.m., some going to work at 5 p.m., and we structured it, then we'd have a much more productive outcome generally for the nation. So flexible
I agree.
is a start, but I do believe, and as Minister of Labor, it's something that the discussion that I want to have, because ultimately, when we talk about labor, we want a work-life balance. We want people to be able to, yes, work hard, but we want you to enjoy your family, because it is critical, all right, that people are able to have the work-life balance. And so the flexi work opportunity must be well understood. I want to encourage all the persons now who are listening. Google this for me. Google flexible work arrangements. Let me just show you. Google this. Can you see it or is it upside down?
Flexible work arrangements, Ministry of Labor and Social Security.
Yes. Flexible work arrangements, Jamaica, FAQ. Has it popped up?
Hold on.
Robbie from Mars is saying there's always shift system for companies that open longer than 9 to 5. True? Yeah, man. Oh,
Yeah, I'm seeing it, Minister. I'm seeing it.
Yes, I want you guys who are listening to me now, just Google flexible work arrangements Jamaica. A booklet's gonna pop up. This is the booklet. Alright, now it's upside down reverse, but this is the booklet. This booklet is gonna give you very simple guidance on, it's from GIS, on what flexi work is and on how to access it. Now remember, it's not just for the employee, it's for the employer as well, because as an employer, if you can implement flexi work, then it means that you can have much more productive outcomes in your company. But what Ms. Carrodas is saying, this lady here, lovely lady, she is saying that for you to access the flexi work, you have to have an agreement. You can't just get up and tell a man him off the flexi work, or get up and decide that you're gonna do flexi work. Like some of the people in my team who call me in the morning, I'm not looking at anybody, to tell me they're not come work. Right? That's not flexi work. That is no work the next day. So make sure that you understand what flexi work is and that you're implementing through the agreement. Read the legislation and appreciate that ultimately what the government wants is productivity. Now,
Hold on, Ministers. There's something in the comments. I think Ms. Carrodos can speak to this. Someone says, good night. Workplaces don't tend to facilitate university students, and it's disheartening. It's true.
Workplaces do not facilitate university students?
Yeah, and it's disheartening. I'm assuming it's based on the person's personal experience.
That question, because let me tell you something. I can tell you that we facilitate university students. But we have assisted many university students based on their timetable. What happens is that many university students have a timetable that doesn't fit with the normal working hours. So they need to be somewhere where they can arrange flexi work. That's the goal. That's the meaning. It means that if you're going to school, you can still get a work. All right? That's what it is about. All right? So I would want to know what are the greater details of the issue that that person had. Well, what is it? Somebody said, I need a pressure, so she need a work 222, trying to be on the Solidarity program to get a job and grant. Yeah, you'll get on it. We're going to have a TikTok about the Solidarity program sometime soon. I realize a lot of people are asking questions about Solidarity. But for now, what else around flexi work, Ms.
In terms of the university students, what may happen is that